Whether you like Miro or you don't, this Rin update is going to be one of the most anticipated and biggest updates we have gotten ever since Miro took ownership. If you look back at it, there haven't been any crazy hype updates like there was for, say, or Kaiser. Rin is one of the most outdated styles and everybody wants him reworked, which is gonna happen this weekend. However, if this update is trash, and I'm talking like the first hour release of the NEL Isagi/Kurina update. And we all know that this update is about to have 20 emotes and different purchasable things. So if the style isn't worth it, everybody might see this update as just a cash grab. Although Blue Lock Rivals won't entirely die out, we know a bunch of the community is going to be angry. And we are going to talk about everything that could possibly happen in this update. Also some issues that have been happening in these latest BLR updates. But before we get into that, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn that bell on so you can get notified every single time I post a video. In the description will be my Discord server, so make sure you join that as well. Other than that, let's just get straight into it. If we take a look at it, there is one issue that the community always complains about. No matter what the update is, they still find a way to blame it on someone for this one reason, which is the drive for money. Insults after insults on the same issue. And depending on which side you look at from, you can't blame them. If you're a new player and see this from the AFK world, obviously it's going to look a bit fishy. But that still doesn't change much. What impacts everyone is their luck. People won't care if they get a new style with their amount of lucky spins. But if you run out of lucky spins without getting the style, that's when it's an issue. The issue soars through many games, not just BLR. This opinion is for you to decide, but this keeps on growing and more hate keeps on piling up. If the style turns out to be very rare, but trash, that's what causes the game's death. Because it doesn't meet the expectations, and people feel as if that they were scammed out of their rewards. However, King was a step in the right direction, as well as Bachira, Otoya, and Igaguri. These styles weren't overpowered. Instead, they were balanced, but the biggest issue was the fact that the other styles were left untouched. Until around a month, it took them to actually nerf Nelisagi's dash, which everybody kept complaining about. And even then, there are still some styles that are completely broken, like Kaiser. And because of this, the styles nobody used, like King, even though he was reworked, people don't like these styles just because they couldn't compete in any factor against the already broken styles. People have high expectations. If you look at any trailer from Blue Lock Rivals unofficial fans, every single one has perfect quality and it looks amazing. But it really deceives us, and once you actually get them inside of the game, it's either going to be very good or very bad. Just like Don Lorenzo's zombie dribble, or mostly all of Don Lorenzo's moves, they're all pretty cool. However, they're not as broken as Kaiser's. And if you look at King, again, his animation for the trailer was amazing. But as soon as you got his awakening and popped it and saw the trash animations, that's when you feel like you got scammed. Rin is Miro's first major update. First, it was King, still underwhelming and a bad animation. It was a step in the right direction. Unlike previous updates, everything is just overpowered and unfun. Kaiser has 2 moves to steal the ball from their teammates. On top of that, he has a shot that can go full court. This is shown throughout all of the world-class styles. For example, say Zatoshi's arm swipe, which is completely annoying for somebody to go against. Now, I say that Rin is probably one of his last chances to have a bunch of the community actually start to enjoy him, because Rin is one of the most and biggest updates that people wanted ever since, like, 3 months ago, because Rin, or normal Rin, came out I believe around 5 months ago, so it's been a while since he's been reworked, and Rin is a huge character and main character in the actual show. People do want to actually have a good Rin. So this update is definitely a make it or break it update for Miro. I do genuinely play this game a lot, and I've seen a lot of attempts to actually get closer with the community from Miro. Miro is actually hosting his own server league for Blue Lock Rivals, which is actually something that not many other games would do. They wouldn't get involved with their community like this. Miro gets undeserved attention just because he took the game from Crollo. He didn't even really take it. Crollo gave it to him. But people liked Crollo so much that they actually wanted him to come back. Miro hasn't done anything completely wrong. He has had a little bit of cash grabby moments, like a bunch of emotes that cost a lot of Robux. But other than that, he hasn't really done anything bad. And actually, I do enjoy some of his updates, but I feel like they're not long-term updates. Like, I don't see anybody using NEL today. I don't see anybody using King. And it's just pretty much a lot of those factors that come into play.